This is the Fox 11 10 o'clock news.
We begin with a story you'll see only on Fox 11.
The LA County Sheriff's Department slapped with a multi-million-dollar verdict in the case of a school bus driver who claimed he was beaten by deputies.
We need to warn you, some of the photos you're about to see may be disturbing to some.
The man, Deon Dirks, says he was pulled over by deputies in Compton for a traffic violation. Dirks claims the deputies racially profiled him, thought he was a gang member, and when they thought he had questioned their authority, Dirks said the deputies slammed his head into the pavement, then punched and kicked him in the head. Dirks was jailed for 5 days and spent more than 6 months fighting the criminal charges against him before all those charges were dismissed. Federal Judge Otis Wright said the sheriff's testimony in the case had zero credibility and said the deputies perjured themselves. Well, today, a jury awarded Dirks $5 million in compensatory damages and $1 million in punitive damages against the sheriff's department.
Joining us now, attorney R.J. Manuelian. You may remember him from our coverage of the Conrad Murray trial. He represented Deon Dirks in the criminal case against him, where there was a hung jury, no retrial. He was a consultant in the civil case. You must be very happy with your verdict today.
I'm happy for Deon. I can't say that I'm happy that it happened. You know, when I talked to Deon about it, he told me that he wished that it never happened. It's one of those things that you can't take back. So I don't know if happy is a good word, but I think we're, content with the fact that the jury heard the facts of the case, heard our side of the story for the first time, not just their side. So to that extent, I guess I am.
We did get the Sheriff's Department side of the story. I want to read to you what the Sheriff's Department had to say. Spokesman Steve Whitmore pointing out, first off, that the criminal case against Dirks ended in a hung jury, with the DA deciding not to refile. He says tonight's verdict is after a second civil suit was filed, with the first one also ending in a hung jury. The Sheriff's Department giving us this statement right here. We disagree with the finding of the court. We believe our deputies acted appropriately. On the use of force, there's always a credibility issue, and we stand behind our deputies. As for the damage amount, Whitmore says it is more than excessive. $5 million compensatory alone. Is that not excessive? Your client is working. I've seen higher verdicts for less or worse.
Well, when we sit here in our comfortable chairs and just look at it from the statistics, it sounds like it's high. But when you're in jail and your eye's about to fall out every time you sneeze, and there's a possibility you're going to go blind, there's a possibility that people in jail, violent felons, are going to rape you, and there's a possibility of you losing your kids, losing your livelihood. And from that perspective, no, I don't think $5 million is excessive.
The jury said that somehow that the judge said that, and the jury agreed that the deputies perjured themselves. In what way? Well,
first of all, I'm not going to comment on Judge Wright, because Judge Wright did a phenomenal job. He was one of the best federal judges, and I have nothing but high regards for Judge Wright. I will tell you that there's a public record of these police officers not telling the truth. They were admonished on the record several times.
Your case was a hung jury. You had some jurors who decided that it was not a clean-cut case for them.
Well, what I was talking about was the federal case.
Right.
The federal case, they were admonished. In the criminal case, the only reason, in my opinion, the case was hung is because there was a really bad jury instruction that I fought tooth and nail. I believe that judge in the courthouse gave a horrible jury instruction, and we were ready to appeal it, which is why the DA, in my opinion, threw in the white towel and said, you guys won.
Are there bad apples in the Sheriff's Department? Is that what the point you're trying to make across?
There's bad apples in every field. In lawyers, doctors, Sheriff's Department. I was a former volunteer police officer in Nassau County, New York. We're not saying that the entire Sheriff's Department, they're bad apples, but what we are saying is that there are these two bad apples. They should be removed. And it's just a case-by-case basis.
All right. Negotiations then on both sides will take place next. Is that what you're saying quickly?
Pretty much. I mean, there's going to be the options, on the table as far as appeal, whether they're going to settle it. So that's the juncture we're at legally right now.
And the Sheriff's Department saying they feel it's excessive, so we'll see what they have to say.
Of course they're going to say that.
Okay. R.J. Manuelian, thank you so much for being here with us.